All right, so today you're going to be learning how to draw in 2-point perspective. So to get started, I would like you just to make a practice. So you need a piece of paper, a pencil, and a ruler. So we're just going to start by making a horizon line going across the middle of our paper. This would be like your eye level. All right, then on each side you're going to make a dot. So this would be your vanishing point. You're going to have 2 of them. All right, then I'd just like you to we're gonna make 3 boxes to start with. If you wanna make more than 3, I definitely should. So I'm gonna make 1 line above, a vertical line. Now, if you're having a hard time determining if your line is vertical, line your ruler up with the edge of your paper. If you have it crooked, then it won't be vertical. I'm gonna make another line going on top of my horizon line, and I'll make another one over here on the left hand side lower. If you want to make a smaller box or another shape over here, that's fine too. So start by making a couple of vertical lines. Okay, we're going to start with this up here. Now we're going to connect each of the top and the bottom of our lines to the vanishing point. So I'll put my pencil on the top or the end of my line segment, line up my ruler with the vanishing point, and then very lightly make your guideline. I'm gonna do the same thing, put my pencil on top here, bump my ruler into it, just do a quick touch, make sure it lines up. And here's my next guideline. Do the same thing on this side. So this is going to come down to this vanishing point. So you can see it's really important that you're using a ruler. I have this point here. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to make 2 more vertical lines. You can determine how thick you want your box to be. I'm gonna make this side, so make a vertical line going from one line to another. This I'm gonna make a little bit longer. So if you're not sure, line up your ruler. All right, so I have 2 more vertical lines. All right, now on the left-hand side of our starting point, we're gonna go to the right. So we're going to the opposite side. So I'm gonna line it up again with my vanishing point, down to here, make my guideline. This one is gonna go to the right-hand line, it's gonna go over to the left vanishing point. So then here is our 3D box. Let's darken it up a little bit so you can see it. All right, I'll do this one in the middle here. So take each corner to the vanishing point. Now you don't have to drag it all the way if you know you're not gonna make your box quite that big. This ends up being a lot more for you to erase. And this one would come up to that vanishing point. All right, now to make 2 vertical lines. So line them up. And another one over on this side. This will make a little shorter. Now, since it's right on the vanishing point or the horizon line, you're not going to see the top or the bottom of the box like you saw the bottom in this one right here. So this is it for this 3D shape. Looks like a building, maybe you're looking at a corner. All right, now this one, I'm gonna repeat. Take each corner up to your vanishing points. We would take it all the way if you want to, but less to erase. Gonna make 2 vertical lines. Now to finish this up, I'm going to take my right line, run it to my left vanishing point. Same thing over to this one. And then we get rid of all our extra guidelines. And that 3D box is done. So I'm gonna just do this one quick. All right, now, if you would like to practice making some holes inside your blocks, you can do that. So if this box was open, I might take my corner vanishing point. It just makes it look like there's maybe a little bit of shading just so you can see the difference. Now if I wanted to make like a window or a box, again, I'm just going to start by making a vertical line for how big I want. I'm going to make my guidelines going towards the vanishing point. Now since it's on the left hand side, it's going to go to the right. And then make a vertical line for the other side. All right, so then I'll throw another little opening inside this one. So remember, you always start with a vertical line. So if your line is not vertical, then it has to go towards one of the vanishing points. So I'll make another vertical line for the other side of my little opening. And do the top and the bottom, you have to use your vanishing point or points. This would come up towards that vanishing point. If I would like to see a little bit of the inside, then this corner would go towards that vanishing point. All right, this one I'll do one more, and I'm just gonna make another shape actually come off of this one. So I'm going to start by making another vertical line. And this one I'm gonna pull out further. And this one I'm gonna pull out towards the vanishing point here. And make my vertical line. Didn't make this one quite long enough. And then my top, go out towards my vanishing point that direction. And I'll have this one stick out if it's not vertical, then it has to go towards the vanishing point, as a general rule. So I have like a little extra piece sticking off of this one. Now if I wanted to keep it just on here, I would have to shorten it up here, be like something like that if it was still attached. I have it like sticking out a little bit. All right, so I'd like you to practice making about 4 or 5 blocks in 2-point perspective. If you want to experiment with adding holes or adding little extrusions coming off of it, you are totally welcome to do that. It would be good practice for the next step of our project, which is making our treehouse. So some people find that making these are actually easier than 1-point perspective because all you need are your vertical lines. If you can make a vertical line and connect those lines to the vanishing point, then you can make your shapes all in 3D. So once you guys get all done, just upload it to our Sonia, have fun.